5K1 Series Episode 2, Tek-Kah-She 6'9", Hassan Poppy Campbell, Whack 100 in the Bloods. Welcome to the 5K1 Series Episode 2 titled, How the Rapper Tek-Kah-She 6'9", Hassan Poppy Campbell, Whack 100 in the Bloods. To give you the viewers some of the basic research of what a 5K1 recipient is. A 5K or a 5K motion in the federal system is a motion filed under Section 5K 1.1 of the United States Sentencing Guidelines, requesting a sentence below the guidelines based on substantial assistance by the defendant. In the federal system, one way to benefit from a cooperation agreement is through a motion under Section 5K 1.1 of the United States Sentencing Guidelines. The United States Code are laws approved by Congress and codified into law under the short-term U.S.C. 18 U.S. Code Section 3553 subsection E. Limited authority to impose a sentence below a statutory minimum. Upon motion of the government, the court shall have the authority to impose a sentence below a level established by statute as a minimum sentence, so as to reflect the defendant's substantial assistance in the investigation or prosecution of another person who has committed an offense. Such sentence shall be imposed in accordance with the guidelines and policy statements issued by the Sentencing Commission pursuant to Section 994 of Title 28, United States Code. This episode, we will be speaking about the rapper Tek-Kah-She 6'9", becoming a nationally known 5K1 recipient or federal witness who took down an operation of Blood Gang affiliates. I will also be discussing Tek-Kah-She 6'9" and his ties to Hassan Poppy Campbell and California Pyro Blood and hip-hop manager Whack 100. This episode is going to deep dive into the prison pipeline that has been activated on the YouTube streets by hip-hop informants, some known, and some potential confidential human sources, and how a major racket has been covered up for at least 8 years online. I will be discussing the deceased hip-hop DJ K-Slay and how his West Coast arm of Straight Stunner magazine by way of Whack 100 Entertainment has worked to cover up for Africa Bambaataa and the Universal Zulu Nation, and how Hassan Poppy Campbell, who I believe was a co-conspirator in the cover-up of potential murder victims in an international child and adult sex trafficking ring. Make no mistake, as we witness the current allegations of a $10 million lawsuit against Hassan Poppy Campbell by the now incarcerated notorious Queens, New York Street legend Supreme Kenneth McGriff, and with recent federal indictments of the Whack 100 affiliate Loose Cannon and Big U of the Rolling 60s Crip Gang, we are watching these YouTube streets begin to flood with confidential informants, gang bangers, and even as far as the state and federal prisons all working together. This involves book deals and documentaries and street tales being blended into the real world and on social media, and how the modernization of rackets online is fast underway. Many people will fall victim to these modern fake news stories perpetuated by charitable organizations, including some religious organizations, and all of the inner workings of what I have witnessed personally as the king in these YouTube streets. I will be exposing how my methods of pre-recording individuals like Hassan Campbell before conducting an interview in 2017 was later copied by Hassan Campbell, recording Whack 100 with claims of extortion against the now-deceased rapper Nipsey Hussle by Whack 100 and the now-incarcerated Big U. I will expose how Tek-Kah-She 6'9" will become a nationally known federally informant and then cross paths with Whack 100 and Hassan Campbell and go viral. I will speak to you all about the 6 degrees of separation to actual unsolved murders and how these events that we have witnessed in these YouTube streets are detrimental to youth and how, if left unchecked, we all will be personally responsible. You have now entered the world of YouTube street knowledge. Get your popcorn and a nice beverage because this is another 5K1 episode that goes deep. Get a pen and a pad and take notes. Rewind the video later and get the greatest perspective on these topics online from a biblical perspective. This is Hip Hop 101, or as I call it, at Israel Doctrine. Here Israel people have open prophecies.